podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Woo!
Eureka.
Hey!
We make plays every
We had the Heart2Start on this one.
We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day.
We got the other guy on this one.
Make plays every day, yeah. Yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.
Hey!
We make plays every day, yeah.
Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scott Free, and today is a momentous occasion, making his Real Fantasy Playmakers debut, representing the Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast. Yes, he is known as the other guy, but he actually has a name. It's my man, Brodie Cortez. What's happening?
Man, what's up, Bogie, man? I appreciate you, bro. This is big for me. Hey, you a funny guy. This the hardest working man in fantasy right now. So I'm honored to be over here. My brothers couldn't be here. My Heart2Start brothers couldn't be here, but I'm going to hold it down for us. I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you rocking with us on the show last week.
Oh, yeah.
And, we just going to keep tapping in with each other and keep building this brand, man, and making the team strong.
Yeah, man. Their brand, their team, it is strong. I fuck with the Heart2Start fellas. I fuck with y'all the long way, man.
For sure, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all, man, like, it's crazy because when I first caught wind of y'all joint, man, it was like, these guys are from where I'm from for sure. I'm like, they're from around the way. I you know what I mean? Like, it is fun, doing this podcast shit and then working with people from everywhere. But I love that, like, you guys hit home for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's that Northern Cali shit. Yeah, we work with a lot of people from California, but this Northern Cali thing, it's a different brand out here. You know what I mean?
It's different. We a whole different state, a whole different, just way of thinking out here, way of life out here. So I got that vibe from you too. I see you always Niner ganged up.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean?
You got the isms. You got, what I'm saying, you sharp. So I could tell you, what I'm saying, you from the soil for sure.
Oh yeah, you already know, my brother. All right, well, check this out, Playmakers. What we're doing here today, we're gonna quickly recap the Thursday nighter. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of takeaways, and then we're gonna go ahead and preview every game on the Sunday slate, all the way up to the Monday nighter, possibly even Tuesday nighter. You know what I mean? Because we will touch on all that. But before we get to all that, we're gonna go ahead and handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow me at the GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. You can also find me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you guys are listening to us on YouTube, be sure to hit subscribe to YouTube/the GMM Network. Also, shout out to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. You know what I mean? Shout out to the gang. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys subscribe to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network as well on YouTube. And you could also check us out at rumboys.com. That's where you're going to find all our latest and greatest articles from all our innovative sports journalists. And also, you know what I mean? Make sure you go ahead and get you some merch. You know what I mean? Use promo code RUMBOYS, and then we'll get you some free shipping on that thing. You know what I mean? Also want to shout out our sponsor, Milk and Honey TX, for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Go ahead and visit milkandhoneytx.com. Go ahead and tell them Bogie sent you. We don't got no promo codes or nothing for that thing, but everything's already for the low. You know what I'm saying? What else we got here? Oh yeah. Playmakers, you heard it in the beginning of this joint. This podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM and we'll get your first deposit matched all the way up to $50. Get in on this prop action. All this legal daily fantasy sports action. Hey, Brodie Cortez,
That's
man.
the deal right there.
Brodie Cortez, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, you find me on the Twitter, man, on the Brodie Cortez on the Twitter, BRODIE Cortez, like the shoe, CORTEZ. You can follow me and the bros on the Instagram on the Heart2Start. That's how you spell it, Heart and the number 2 start FF podcast on Instagram, and we tapped in with everybody on there.
Oh, yeah, and you can also find their podcast available on all streaming platforms. And Playmakers, we encourage y'all to go ahead and subscribe to their channel on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's one hell of a show. I mean, the Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast, man, they got that ism for real though. You know what I mean? Like it ain't no regular degular over there. You know what I mean? Like and you know what I'm saying. The one thing I really enjoy about y'all's show is that like it's really some motherfuckers that really like we're going through the thought process with y'all. You know what I mean? Like you guys are literally having the heart to start certain guys every week. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that shit is a lifestyle. That shit is real, bro.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Really having the heart to start. And also we flip it and be like, don't be too smart to start somebody that you just should. And you know what I'm saying? You looking for the quick, you know, one-nighter player to just plug in. Don't be too smart to start. You might play yourself. Like,
okay, for example, I thought I had the heart to start Darnell Mooney last night, and he put up like 3 points, and I'm pissed. So let's get to that. Let's get to that, actually. So the Thursday nighter, man, you know what I mean? Obviously, the Bears, they eked the win over the Buccaneers. I mean,
man, shout out to the Bears, Bruce and Bros.
Yeah, shout out to the Bros. They going in right now. You know what I mean?
They going in right now. I got family in Chicago. One thing I know about the Bears is that when they're supposed to be good, they're not going to be good, and when they're not supposed to be good, they're going to be good. That shit is tough for a fan, so I feel for them brothers over there.
Yeah, and like, I mean, like the Nick Foles experiment. It's like, you know, it's an up and down thing. You know what I mean? Like this shit. Like, okay, here's one of my takeaways. First of all, fuck you, Nick Foles. You outright missed Darnell Mooney on a 60-yard house call. Fucking wide open. Fucking, that was it. I needed it. And like, you know, I had the heart to start the motherfucker because the goddamn, he had 9 targets last week and he's, you know, damn near playing as many snaps as Allen Robinson. Yo, this kid Darnell Mooney was flashing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm about to throw him out there against that.
I don't blame you.
Right? Like, against that weak-ass secondary, and, bruh, it didn't work out. But, you know.
It almost did. You would have been a low-key genius if Foles on that
if
bomb.
Foles didn't it was a bomb. It was a big bomb, too, and it was early. So that kind of gave me the false hope, like, all right, he'll get open again like
it's
that.
It's coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming. Like, it didn't come. And he started
what feels worse than you, though?
What's up?
Guys or girls who started Scotty Miller.
Oh, yeah, 0.
Bro, I was like, oh, he must have been hurt. Was he inactive and I missed it? No, he played. He just didn't even get a target.
Hey, listen, Tom Brady showed the world, hey, I could throw out other guys that aren't white. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's like,
he heard all the talk, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
use this reverse racism on me.
Hey, you for real though. He hurt us. He knows, like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, like, Brady is it's kind of funny seeing the Brady experiment because I think like he legit showing some age issues. Like, for example, like on a short week, I expected this type of game from him. You know what I mean? And like even on the last possession, it was 4th down, and he's saying, "No, that was 3rd down." And they're like, "No."
Hey, the CTE kicked in.
Right there. It hit him right there. He's like, oh, shit. He got his AARP card right there. He was like, oh, shit, I'm old. And he had Alzheimer's right there. I was like, damn. But other than that,
right on the spot. It's a for sure roller coaster ride with Brady. I mean, especially not even just Brady and the Bucks, but the players that you own in fantasy around him.
Yeah.
Like one day it's Rojo, one day it's Fournette, one day Mike Evans, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Godwin ain't played yet. Like, it's rough there for everybody.
And like, man, that's the one thing too that like, if this thing if we can see this thing in full force, I think they're a threat. Obviously, you know what I mean. But
no facts.
But like, yeah, really, like a good defense. When you know, Brady used to be able to shred up good defenses with little to no weapons, and like he has some weapons there, even minus Godwin. He still has some weapons, and it didn't look good. They were, however, really trying to establish that run, and Rojo looked good. You know, but I would say this though, right now, playmakers, flip Rojo, flip that man, move that man, trade him away. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of trading all Bucks and just getting off the roller coaster. I don't even like roller coasters that much, anyways. Yeah. So I'm probably about to jump off and go get me a funnel cake or something. I don't even want to be on that roller coaster.
Love funnel cakes. Great America, give me money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like I'm not mad at that. I've actually been trying to package up. Like I have a Bucks fan in one of my leagues because I have too much shares of Chris Godwin, and this one league, this guy, his team name is literally Keep It a Buck, right? And like,
you got to get him.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him, bro. Like and he has DeAndre Hopkins over there. He also needs a tight end because he has Gronk, and I'm trying to give him Jonnu and Chris Godwin. I'm like, bro, he has God and win in his name, bro, and you're a Bucks fan. Come on, let me go in. And I was trying to get Nuke real, like, you know, when he was hurt, I was like, well, maybe I can get Nuke up off him now. You know what I mean? And you know, but you know, we're still in negotiations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up.
the line's still low.
Yes, it doesn't help that this Tennessee game's in the air, but it also helps that he started Gronk last night, and I'm like, well, you know, see, if you had Jonnu Smith, you know what I mean, the number 2 tight end right now.
Put him with that. See,
you feel me? I'm like, so this definitely, the dialogue's definitely open. And you know what else is my takeaway? And one more takeaway before we move on to the first game. Is I like that they're targeting David Montgomery out of the backfield a lot.
Yes.
Because David Montgomery is one of those guys. He has 3 down skill set. You know what I mean? And like,
thanks.
And like, you know, it does help them to not look one dimensional. Like if you're never throwing him the ball when you're in short yardage situations, they're like, okay, David Montgomery's on the field, they're gonna run it. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Cohen's on the field, they're gonna throw it. Like that's kind of how. Yeah, everybody knows it, but the Bears right now.
Right, and now Cohen he's done for the year. So you know what I mean? It's like this. You know, maybe it's an attrition thing. Like there is no Tariq Cohen there. So yeah, we're gonna see some Cordarrelle Patterson out of the backfield here and there, but for the most part, I love his 70% snap share over there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Montgomery. And if you're uncomfortable with Montgomery playmakers, move him right now too after that game. It was the number 2 run defense. You know what I mean? But he did fairly well for his.
Yeah, I think as well. The targets, the shares there, the run shares there. It's not really nobody competing for the spot behind him. So with the volume aspect, he's pretty safe to keep. For me, but I understand if you want to get rid of him and try to, you know, get some depth for sure.
Yeah, but I'm not mad at him either because more than likely wherever you guys drafted him, he's a flex. Or even if you drafted him during that when he had that groin issue, you know what I mean? You might have got him in the 8th, 9th round because that's where he was falling to during that time. So you're not mad. You're not mad at that. He's yeah. Okay, how about this? He was arguably one of the best values at running back until my man James Robinson. Because that boy is, oh my God, he's the number 1 running back right now. But yeah, so let's get to the Sunday slate. What's the first game you got on the docket for me, Brodie?
First game I got for this week coming up, week 5. We got Carolina and Atlanta. Mm-hmm. The spread, they got the Falcons. No, they got the Panthers favored at 1.5, and the over and under is set at 53.5.
I kind of like the over on this, and I like Carolina in this.
Definitely. I think the Falcons are done. They got to get rid of their coach.
Yeah.
The Panthers they're just picking up steam right now. So
yeah, they're pulling off upsets.
I kind of like how they're playing.
You know what's crazy about the Panthers right now, bro? Is they're like no one knows you can't really expect, like they don't expect Teddy B to be throwing all over the yard like that.
Yeah, but he is.
Yeah, and like he's running around too. Like and imagine this, they don't got no Christian McCaffrey right now, and you know what I mean. Like,
and that's just building their confidence. If they're doing this without CMC, they're just looking there like, oh, we can't wait till our guy gets back because then. Shit, we low-key might win the division.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro, because their defense, yeah, their run defense still isn't, it's still like, it's in the mid-20s right now, but.
Their defense is shaky. Yeah, their defense was shaky last year, even with Kuechly. So it is a little shaky.
Yeah, but it's definitely some growing pains over there, but. Bro, like if they can, like they're running up the scoreboard. Like, shout out to my man Robbie Anderson, the string bean. My man, the string bean is balling, bro. Like,
sorry. Atlanta is the favorite in that one.
Okay, I
minus
figured
1.5. So I really like the Panthers. They're giving the Panthers points. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and I think they'll cover. I think they'll cover that number.
I think they will too. I think that offense right now, is the best offense in the division because there's no Mike Thomas in New Orleans, the most complete.
Yeah.
Right now, who's kind of got it working. The New Orleans teams, they're struggling right now. If Kamara's not going in, it's kind of tough for the Saints. Tom Brady, they got their issues over there. It's a roller coaster. About watch out for the Panthers. Like Teddy's been in that division for the last 2 years. He's seen the Saints. I'm interested to see what he does next week against the Saints, his old team. And that'll kind of
a little bit of a revenge narrative. I like a good narrative.
Yeah. That's the Teddy B revenge game next week.
The former president, Teddy Roosevelt, returns to the Big Easy. You know what I'm saying? But my man Teddy Two Gloves, man, he's thrown that thing. I mean, he is Teddy Roosevelt, like I said. You know what I mean? And like, I'm actually
put some respect on them gloves,
right?
Sure.
They said you can't throw with the gloves on. You know what I mean? Lies. Yeah. You show me a man who says that you can't throw with gloves on, and I'll show you a liar. You know what I mean? All right, well, check this out. As far as fantasy relevant players, you're firing up. You're Robbie Anderson, String Bean. You're firing up Mike Davis. On the other side of the ball, I'm not giving up on Matt Ryan. You know what I mean? Man, Calvin Ridley, just get a fucking catch. You know what I mean?
Bro, he killed everybody.
I lost to Guccini in the league last week. It was like 139.94 to 139.04.
Wow.
And I just needed one catch from Ridley. And like, it was one of those ones where it was like, I waited all the way down to the last 30 seconds, and they hit him with a house call. It was underthrown, and I was like, oh.
At what point in the game? Because you start the game out, and you feeling good. You like, I need 1 point. Let me get my drink together. Let me get my wings. Let me make sure I'm situated. I'm feeling good. At what point in the game are you like, wait a minute, this motherfucker might not get this point for me?
It was probably the second quarter, and I'm like, who the fuck is this Sreezy guy or whatever his name is?
Bruh, number 17.
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
And then I'm like, it's not even Gage. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is it? Like, I had to ask Siri. I'm like, hey Siri, pull up the Atlanta Falcons receivers, and it's just like, and I'm like, dude, the fuck is this guy? I'm like,
bruh, I couldn't believe it.
And then anyways. And Todd Gurley, I guess. I mean, wherever you got him, more than likely you got him in the 4th or 5th round. He is the guy you can make decisions with, but it is a soft matchup against the run. So I'd fire up some Todd Gurley. Matter of fact, I don't like Todd Gurley. Right? I can't stand this man because he potentially vultures everything for me. I have a lot of Falcon shares, and I have no Todd Gurley, and they march all the way down there, and he's the one that scores the rushing touchdown, fucks it up for everybody. I swear.
Fucks it up for everybody. He don't do anything, and inside the 20, they knock. We call him the foreign. We call him the foreign with like 100,000 miles on it. Dudes gonna go get that 2011 Benz with all the miles on it.
He's stunting.
Early to me. He gonna look cool. And you say what?
And you think you're stunting. You're like,
you're stunting.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather have something that go to point A, point B, like we talked about before, like with Montgomery. He the cool little Toyota, go get to where you need to go and not break down on you.
And I'm not mad at the Camry. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, all right, so, and then obviously DJ Moore, man. I mean, where you drafted him, you can't give up on him. It's got to be the week. You know what I mean? His production has been on the up and up. Like if you want to consider 8 points, then 9 points, then 13, like shit like that. It's moving up, but it's kind of like you kind of miss Kyle Allen. You know what I mean? Because at least Kyle Allen just pepper him. And then the one thing too about DJ Moore is, new system, new quarterback. You enter Robbie Anderson, who actually played for Matt Rule at Temple. You know what I mean? So he walked in just knowing the system. You know what I mean? And he clicked automatically with Teddy Two Gloves. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, for DJ Moore, he's another one of those guys to me, bro. Like if and when he blows up, I'm moving that man. I'm getting off that roller coaster. Because
I think Allen was a short, like Teddy Bridgewater going downfield, and I was just watching something they were talking about how Kyle Allen is one of the worst quarterbacks at going
Yeah.
downfield. So I'm kind of scared off Terry. I know we spoke about that the other day.
Yeah.
And Terry kind of QB proof, but now I'm kind of worried after I heard that.
Here's
and
the
I
thing,
noticed
though, with
that
Terry.
Kyle Allen from his tenure last year with DJ Moore,
Yeah.
and why he was peppering him so much.
He had like 15 deep targets that were deemed uncatchable.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Kyle Allen for you. But here's the one thing I will say about Terry McLaurin is like he catches the ball with his hands. Like he's you know what I mean? Like he got hands like a motherfucker. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, playmakers, to say he catches the ball with his hands. It's like duh, but no.
Everybody don't do that though.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that can compensate for I mean, because he is going to be a little hot at first. He goes from an inaccurate Dwayne Haskins and now to like a passing motherfucker that has some uncatchable passes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right. So hit me with the next game, Brodie.
Next game we got on the tap is the Raiders and the Chiefs. Chiefs to a big dog, big favorites with the 12, with the -12, and then the 55 on the over/under.
Wow.
I mean, this is that Raider game that they get smoked every year by the Chiefs. You think it's gonna happen again?
This is the game script. I feel like the first half, the Raiders might look like they're in this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna run Jacobs. I mean, if someone like a Damian Harris can put up a buck on the ground on the Chiefs, you know, Josh Jacobs, he's gonna go in. You know what I mean? And it's the cliche, you know, the whole, all right, we got to control time of possession, keep Mahomes off the field, blah, blah, blah. But it don't matter because, you know, even if they own time of possession, Mahomes and them, they can score in like, you know, 3 plays. You know what I mean?
Right? So it don't really matter. Exactly.
Yeah, and like I kind of like the over on this because I feel like, you know, like 35 points from the Chiefs isn't far-fetched. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit, 42. I think last year Mahomes threw 4 TDs and a half last year against the
Raiders. And I remember this. He was without a touchdown the entire first half, and then it's almost like they go to their halftime and they make the halftime adjustments, and they're like, all right, this is where we could fuck them up right here, and they just exploit it. And like the Raiders defense, not only are they bad, but they're also banged up really bad right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I actually have Clyde Edwards-Helaire at 4th overall in my top 24 this week. I think they're just gonna demolish them. And I'm not just saying that being a Niner fan because these fucking Raiders fucking annoy the fuck out of me.
Bro, the fans annoy the fuck out of me.
I don't even hate on the team, but the fans.
No, not at all. I say that all the time.
Yeah, I'm not a Raider hater. And then they call us whiners, and it's just like, yo, shut the fuck up, and just don't.
Bro,
that's why
the Raiders never stop the Niners from doing anything. So
Never.
I don't hate the Raiders at all. Like,
And-
they're not even a rival to me. It's geographically a rival.
Yeah, it's an unnatural rival, and guess what? Geographically, the Bay is ours now. Okay,
Exactly.
You go to the desert, and you go to the desert. All right.
Exactly.
You stay there.
Wash them sins away.
Yes. Obviously.
But yeah, big Chiefs game. I think they too fast on offense for that Raiders defense. They just undermatched. Start them all. Start Sammy. Start Tyreek. Start Kelsey.
Yep.
Shit, I'm gonna throw in because I'm hurting at wide receiver spot right now.
Throwing in some
I
Hardman?
think I'm gonna throw in Mecole.
Nice.
I think he gets probably a deep ball or something, and you know so.
You know what I call Cole? He's the caveman because he when he tells people he says me Cole Hardman. You know what I'm saying? And he points at himself. He says me Cole Hardman.
And then his lips keep moving like in the movies.
The caveman. I love him. Okay, so and then on the other side, I'm really only fooling with Josh Jacobs and a Waller. That's it. And you know Waller, you're throwing him out there, playmakers, but I feel like he might not have the biggest game because you know I actually respect their linebackers over there, and I respect the Honey Badger.
Honey Badger.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So he's gonna have a long day.
Ruggs is back though. What do you feel about Ruggs?
I think they're gonna try. He's gonna try to do his best Tyreek Hill impersonation, but. You know what I mean? That's and because really you just put the ball in his hands and he could be gone. You know what I mean? But like, it's all you gotta do is be ready for the short game with Derek Carr. He lives in that 6-yard A dot. You know what I mean? That's So it's like if there's like a 3-13, it's like 3-13. That they're like, okay, we got Ruggs. He could easily get this. He's still gonna throw the ball 6 yards and hope Ruggs can do the rest.
He gonna throw that shit to fucking Richard.
Yeah, Rashard. I love the Rocky.
I like Ruggs. I think he can ball. I think he's going to be a good player, but he ain't going to make up that 20-point difference they're going to lose by. I think. Chiefs easy.
Maybe he runs one back. You know what I'm saying?
The Raiders better hope.
Yeah, and like here's the thing. Before we move on to the next game, when it comes to the Raiders, Greg Olsen, that OC, he sucks, dude. Greg Olsen is bad. He's not good. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's only had one top 10 offense in his coaching career, and they were number 10. You know what I mean? I think that was the year that was the Blake Bortles year with the Leonard Fournette. It was 2017.
Oh yeah, so that was the fluke year.
Yeah, it was the fluke year, exactly. All right, well, hit me with the next game.
We got Rams and Washington. Rams touchdown and a half favorites with the over and under at 46.5.
This one. I mean, I might be disrespecting the Washington football team here, but the Rams got this one.
Bro, this one gets fucking ugly. Kyle Allen in his first start against fucking Donald down on him.
Ramsey.
He's already gonna be shook.
Oh yeah. And you know what? It is gonna be fun watching Ramsey deal with McLaurin though, because he can't deal with speedsters. He can't the smaller, shiftier guys he has trouble with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
McLaurin's not a super small guy, but he's fast in a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Shit.
We saw it with Debo. He had some trouble with Debo last year. He had somebody caught the touchdown on him in the back of the end zone, kind of shook him. I seen a couple of little receivers kind of get on Ramsey this year.
Stephon Diggs got on him. You know what I mean?
Diggs, yep.
Over the year, obviously Antonio Brown's one of the greatest.
And McLaurin's really similar to Diggs for me. Actually, they can run multiple routes. They got speed. They could take you deep. They bring the ball in with their hands, like you said. So I'm excited for this matchup. Yeah. I wish that Haskins was playing. I understand that Haskins isn't Riverboat's Ron's guy, but damn, they didn't even give him a chance. Really, you don't have that many weapons, and then they're not even gonna suit him up on Sunday.
Bro, he literally passed for 300 yards for the first time in his career against the Baltimore Ravens. And then they're like, you know what, son, we're going to sit you down.
Bro, and I got Jackson, so I watched that game, a lot of it. Yeah. And there was 2 times where they didn't take the points. They didn't kick the field goal. Yeah, so if they would have kicked their 2 field goals, they would have been in the game at the end. So the coaching fucked them up on that.
Listen, man, I want to say this. Like, this is 3 weeks in a row now where you see some bonehead calls from Riverboat Ron, bro. Like, I understand Riverboat Ron, you're a gambling motherfucker. Obviously, hence the name Riverboat Ron. But you're just taking you're taking super L's on purpose. Like two weeks ago, the clock management wasn't there. It's 4 minutes to go, and they're obviously down 2 possessions, and I'm thinking, okay, here goes garbage time for my man McLaurin. You know what I mean? And they're just like, you know what, we're packing it up. You know what I mean? And then 2 weeks ago they did the same thing. It was 2 minutes ago. You would think, okay, they're playing from behind, 2-minute drill. They're just they're like, it's 4th down and short. They're like, let's punt it. What the fuck, dude? Go for the shit. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He got to go to Riverboat rehab, gambling rehab, because he's been losing lately. Maybe I'm not feeling his moves. He at the end of the game, he's just, when it's over, when you down 500 already, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna put in this 18 parlay still and see if I can hit.
Right?
No, Ron. Walk away.
He might be betting against. You're telling me there's not on the realm of possibility. He's actually betting against the Washington football team. He's like, I gotta get this money. You know what I'm saying, for my kids. I mean, hey man, Godspeed. In recovery. He's fighting cancer, but bruh, it's still your team wants to play for you because of this. They want to fight for their mans. Right? It's he over here nah, let's give up the fight.
Just give up the fight, right? Damn.
Throw in the towel.
And they let in Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold stay in New York and do whatever they want. Turn the ball over like crazy. You hear nothing.
Hey, but you know, Danny Dimes, he's the 2020 version of Jameis Winston. You know what I mean? He's just turning that thing up. Only he fumbles. Jameis
I'm about
Winston,
to say only he fumbles and he ain't throwing as many touchdowns.
Yeah, listen, I love Jameis Winston throwing all them picks, and as I used to get mad when it wasn't a pick six, because I was like, whoa, like he's
fucking 40 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, throw them motherfucker. And I have a theory that Jameis Winston, he counts all those as his own touchdowns too. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He's like, yo, I threw 60. You know what I mean? He counts all the motherfuckers. Yeah, because in this game, you're firing up Bobby Woods. I think Cooper Kupp has a big game. I actually have him ranked higher than Bobby Woods this week because, the Washington football team, they get burned by outside receivers. You know what I'm saying? That they give up a lot of production. So that's going to be more Cooper Kupp than Bobby. Also, I'm enjoying the Antonio Banderas Gibson experiment. I love it. You're rolling him out there. You know what I mean? And obviously you started McLaurin. And then I'm not fooling with none of them running backs from the Rams.
None of them. Not even just because you don't know. It's because Washington's front seven is actually really good.
Yeah.
And they solid.
Oh, yeah. And to be honest, that line over there in L.A., not good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they might actually.
That might be a sneaky under game like it was last week for the Rams.
I mean, and listen, the Giants aren't a particularly good defense, and they kind of took it to the Rams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So here comes Riverboat Run.
Rams, the offense is a little shaky right now. I know, like, Woods and Kupp doing their thing, and Goff's kind of having a solid year, but McVay wants to run the ball. They want to establish the ball. They want to establish the run. They want to feed off the play action, and it's not really happening now. So the points not coming like you would think with the Rams.
I will say this though too. Like a lot of people cut Cam Akers. If he's floating around out there, swoop him up as a speculative grab because I feel it's gonna happen eventually.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
but I think it'll happen eventually with all the rookies. To be honest, Swish, the Dobbins, all those guys. I think later on in the year. Guys are going to be like, fuck, I wish I wouldn't have dropped him or I wish I wouldn't have traded him or some shit like that.
Man, I swear, I first of all, I love your version of things right now because I'm holding on to Dobbins and the motherfucker in a lot of spots. And I'm just like, I just act like he's not there because I'm not going to cut him. You know what I mean? I'm like, I might.
Oh, yeah. I got Swift tucked in my sock like that money you're not supposed to touch.
Yeah.
Like he just there. He there right there just chilling.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I got a couple Swift shares too, and I'm like, damn it, dude. At most, I might throw them in a package deal to try to get something back. You know what I mean?
Swift like that $2 bill that you ain't spent yet. You're like, I'm just gonna leave here. Maybe it's good luck.
You're like, this is good luck. Oh, that's funny. All right, well, shit, hit me with the next game.
Shit, but yeah, the next one on the list, we got the Jags and we got Houston. Houston are favorites, I believe, on this one. My list kind of messed up. Houston is the favorite at -5 right now. New coach, new motivation. What you think gonna happen?
You know what? I think we're gonna see like a dumbed down like attack. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna run. I mean, David Johnson and Duke Johnson, the Johnson brothers. They're probably gonna the brothers Johnson. Yeah, Johnson and Johnson. Yes, you might have heard of they are from the corporation, the Johnson and Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Johnson Corporation.
Yes, or you might be aware of. You might have heard their albums from as their duo, the Brothers Johnson. You know what I mean?
Hey, they are like an R&B group right there. They might lull Jacksonville to sleep.
Hey, you ain't lying. And like, here's the thing too: is like, I don't think he's ever lost. Oh no, he has lost before to Houston. I mean to Jacksonville. But I think, like I said, it's gonna be more of a dumbed down attack. Like they're just gonna run like shit. I mean they don't want to drop this L. They need their first win. I think it's coming. But on the and as far as who I'm starting over there, probably just Watson and DJ. I'm not really. And obviously that god-awful Will Offler. You know what I mean?
Will Offler.
Yeah, I hate him. He's such a good player. I just hate him because, like, when I was a Will...
He's such a good player, but when I need you...
Yeah.
Damn.
God awful. That's why he's Will Awfuler. You know what I mean? But
I feel you.
yeah. And then on the other side, man, this is where it gets fun because I love Gardner Minshew to Ginsu. This kid's funny, right? Not only does he look like, like a 1970s porn star, he also starred in movies like Dodgeball and Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico. I mean, now he's playing. He's pursuing his football dream. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love DJ Chark, and he's in a smash spot. Those cornerbacks, they give up booty over there in Houston. You know what I mean? I do think James Robinson's gonna have another game too, man, because you could run all over the Texans. Like, these are both really bad defenses, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be a battle of time of possession because both these running backs can get off. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then,
I agree.
Yeah, and then it is divisional. These things tend to be lower scoring. But,
Exactly.
But also it's not. It's kind of like a coin flip. Like, I could see this game shooting out too.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it'd be a shootout. Like, first glance, I'm like, shootout for sure. But then I will look at the stats from last year in the game, 13-12.
Yep.
Houston won.
Exactly.
Last year, week 9, 26-3.
Yep.
Watson not having, I mean, his QB rating in the second game was 120. 2 touchdowns, 200 yards, not the biggest fantasy day. The first game, no touchdowns, 159 yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, circumstances different, new coach and all that, but I think you're right I think they established the run a little bit more. DJ kind of hasn't been having all the touches the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, right? I think 16 carries is the most
Watson
on the year.
off the ground, too, with all these sacks.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what's crazy too is because Watson, when I was looking at him last week, I'm like, dang, he has like a really wiry frame. Like, I don't think they should be running him like too much. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just tough as hell.
Yeah, he really is. He's tough as nails.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but other than that, you know what I mean? DJ Chark, I like Laviska Shenault in this spot too because he literally plays every position. They'll get him in running back. They'll get him at the tight end. They get him and there's no more Tyler Eifert, so you might see him being used as a tight end. You know what I mean? Like, he's a bunch of fun, man. And he has one of the most unique names, Laviscus. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to give him a nickname.
You don't even need a nickname for him.
Yeah, he's almost as good as D apostrophe Ernest. You know what I mean? D Ernest Johnson. That's one hell of a name
right now, I think.
What's up?
That might be. We'll have to see. I don't know. I like Rodrigo Blankenship too, though.
Oh yeah, the kicker.
For the Colts. That's top.
Oh yeah, and ironically, he ain't blanking. Like, he's been spot on. Like, he's hitting.
He been hitting ship.
I know. I might need to pick that man up.
Bro, I dropped him because I fucked up. I dropped him because Goddard was on the wire. I was like, I got to get Goddard and just hold him on IR.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get the kicker right back. And then Kev got him for me. I was like, damn.
Hey, Kev, he be scouring that waiver.
Fucking Swiver.
Hey, Kev's the funniest. He'll pick up a guy I dropped and then try to offer him to me. I'm like, listen,
on everything.
I dropped that guy.
No, Kev will drop a player and you pick him up and he'll laugh at you for having him. Like, you just had him for 3 weeks, bro. Like, come on. Shout out to my brother Kev, though.
Yeah, shout out to Kev, man. All right, well, yeah, shit. Hit me with the next game.
Next game.
Actually, hold on. I like the Texans in this one to get their first win. I forgot to say that.
Yes, I like the Texans for sure.
I like
they gotta come out. I mean, they have to win, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's no one else to fire, so you know what I mean?
Bro, nowhere else to go up but up from here, and it's a good week to start against the Jaguars, who I think they're tanking.
And
I think it's over. They're tanking it in.
You know what's crazy? Real quick side segment. Bold prediction time. The Bogie bold prediction. They are tanking, and then guess what? My man Gardner Minshew to Ginsu, he's going over to the Patriots.
That'd be nice. Bill will fuck with that.
He was coming out of college. He was 5th in the Heisman. You know what I mean? They were excited to get Cam Newton because now they can open up that mobile playbook that Josh McDaniels got and tucked away. You know what I mean? So it's like
but I also think they gonna re-sign Cam. If Cam plays like this all year, Cam's gonna be locked up.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. They're not gonna give him some Cam money. That's
True.
The one thing.
They don't pay anybody but Brady.
Yeah, and even Brady was getting like 25 mil a year. You know what I mean? Like he was. You know what I mean? I mean, it helped that he was. You know, he's married to a $400 million bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
Yeah, where he
takes
like,
the
yeah, I'll take the team-friendly deal. You know what I mean? He's like, listen, I got as long as I got my Uggs and my M's, I'm good. You know
and my sweats and my gray sweats.
For real though. You know what I mean?
Cam like, nah, I want all my money. I gotta buy all these.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta buy all my Mary Janes. He's like, fuck the Uggs. I need my Giuseppe's. You know what I mean? He's like, but then again too, it's like, where would he go? You know what I mean? Like maybe the Raiders. You know what I mean? Maybe Chicago. You know what I mean? Like those are organizations.
He ain't gonna go to Chicago. They could have had him.
Yeah, but they wanted to fool around with Nick Foles, and now they're 4-1.
They deserve all of the QB curse that they get. They passed up on Watson, and I mean, I can see you passing up on Mahomes. He wasn't the highest coming out, and
but Watson coming off of a national.
We all saw Watson, right? Like, come on.
You know what's crazy is I feel like us as Niners, we have bad karma for bamboozling them.
Maybe we do.
For real, right?
Maybe we do.
Like, look at our first.
We got our own QB karma too.
Right. And our first rounders, they don't necessarily been panning out under John Lynch.
Right.
Like, right. I mean, look
under the Buckner, and we got rid of him. But I fuck with Kinlaw though. Kinlaw's a real.
Yeah, I fuck with him. I think honestly, people were like, first of all, I hate the whiners. Because they're, why did we do that? He's trash. Look at him. I'm like, listen, bro, he's a rookie and it's preseason, and look at the type of offseason we had. Like, it's going to take them a while.
And it's not a sexy pick. You don't get touchdowns, and if you don't get sacks, they're not going to really notice you. So it's not a sexy pick, but he's been balling, and he's one of the higher rated rookies this year. So I think they finally hit on that.
He's collapsing the fuck out of the interior. I like the kid. Hell of a move. You know what I'm saying? And in Chicago, for everyone out there, in Chicagoland, we apologize. We didn't want Mitch at all. We just let you guys think it. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, shit. Hit me with that next game.
We got Arizona and we got the Jets.
Oh my God.
Flacco. The
Flacco led Jets.
Flacco season is here, and that'd be crazy if
they pull off an upset.
Than Darnold.
You know what too is like, because let's be honest. Like, are you getting 2019 Cleveland Browns vibes from this 2020 Arizona Cardinals team? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like there was so much hype, and it's just like,
and they don't have the talent that the Browns had either, and they were just super hyped. I get it after the Niners game, but they played the Niners well last year. The Cardinals just a problem for us.
And here's the thing too. I think Cliff Kingsbury might not be a good coach when it comes to the game plan going week to week, because yes, they demolished us week 1, but it was like you had all the offseason to game plan for this. When you're going week to week, some of the play calls are just like ridiculous. Like you're on the 3-yard line and then you pitch it backwards 5 yards back to Kenyon Drake, and you're like, run from there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like they're doing some stupid shit over there. You know what I mean? Like, but in this case, I think this is a bounce back week for all those pieces. You know what I mean? Obviously, Luke Skywalker probably gonna have a big game. Kyle, Drake, Drake. This is it for you, Drake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, the Jets' run defense isn't that bad, but statistically they are bad because they give up those 80-yard runs like to Mostert and shit. You know what I mean? They give up these big long plays. Either way, and even Melvin Gordon kind of gashed them up for 3 yards apiece every time. You know what I mean? So I think Drake should have a nice game, and if not Drake, it's goddamn the Chase Bank. You know what I mean? And the Chase Bank's kind of money right now, dog.
It really might be. I think you're right with the Cardinals, though, and Cliffsbury, and just how I think they don't know how to win in multiple ways. Like, good teams can beat you in multiple ways.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals could just beat you in one way.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way. Get Hopkins the ball, get vertical, get the ball deep, or have Kyler run around. Like, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be problems. Like, but I do like this as a bounce-back game. Cardinals have to win this game because their next two are against the Cowboys and Seattle. So they got to win this game.
I'm so excited to have Kyler Murray shares for real though, because these 3 weeks don't disappoint me.
For Kyler Murray shares, we talking about Cardinals.
Yeah, the skill positions.
I don't know, but Kyler Murray is going to be in some shootouts. They got the bye week 8, week 9 they got Miami, then another shootout week 10 with Buffalo.
You know what's crazy too, bro, is when you think about, like, if you're not watching these games and you're a Kyler Murray owner, right? If you're not watching these games, you just look at the stats he's putting up for you and you're like, oh, this is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Because like he's doing it. He's leading the league in rushing at the QB position. You know what I mean? He has been throwing a pick every game, at least one. You know what I mean? But he's compensating for his usage on his production on the ground. So
yeah, exactly. He gonna compensate that with the rushing yards. You're exactly right. And him, it's either the Cardinals are winning and he's balling, or they're down and they got to throw and he's getting garbage points.
Yeah. So he's kind of game script proof in that sense, huh?
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest too, if you're a Kyler Murray guy and you don't have Drake as well, you don't give a fuck what's going on with Drake. You're like, because Kyler Murray is their red zone back for real. Like,
unless you're a Cardinals fan, you're like, fuck, I want Drake. But if you're a Kyler Murray fan, you're like, fuck Drake, keep throwing that thing.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I don't want any running game.
Right? And let him be the run game.
Be the running game.
Yeah, for real. And on the other side, are we doing this? Big Belly, are we doing this?
I was about to say, do we even got to talk about the? I mean, I guess Crowder. If you got to start Crowder.
Here's the thing with Crowder.
You can really throw it to.
Here's the thing with Crowder. They've been pushing him out wide more often than not since he came back from injury, right? And like that's kind of stupid because he's a slot guy. And if they push him out wide, he's probably going to draw Patrick Peterson. I'm just not fooling with Crowder.
Yeah, if they're doing that, then I don't like it against Pat P.
Yeah,
for sure. And then in the middle, he might see Budda Baker. So yeah, it might be.
Exactly. And like
it might be a tough.
Joe Flacco too. Joe Flacco loves looking for that running back and the tight end in the passing game. Like, you know what I mean? And then every so often he'll uncork a big one. But maybe Chris Herndon has a sneaky game this week. Maybe in DFS I'd roll him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody fooling with him. But in my redraft, I'm not doing that.
I think Lev Bell's back this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bell's back, and I think I actually ranked him. I have him 20 out of 24 this week. So I think he has an RB2 outing in him. Yeah, no, for sure. He's right there in that 22 to 25 range, I think too. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like I said too, Joe Flacco loves to check down on the running back. So but you know what though? Adam Gase is he's another one of those guys. Like how did you get fired? How do you still have a job and they fired Bob already? You know what I mean? Man, I know, right? I kind of used to defend Gase, cause I just think Darnold's bad. I'm not a Darnold fan at all. Yeah. And he got Tannehill to the playoffs a year, he had a career year with Jay Cutler in Chicago, and I think Jay Cutler's kind of low key bad. Like in reality, like in fantasy, I kind of liked him. But no, I agree. But but see, I think when here's my theory: when Adam Gase started coaching in Miami, bro, he found that connect, and now he's just on one, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had his first 2 years in Miami were pretty good, and then after that, and carrying on to here has just been bad. And they literally got caught doing coke. Remember one of their coaching staff? Oh, he's on that shit for sure. You seen his interview? Yeah, his eyes be, bro. He's on one, bro. I'm telling you, he found that connect, and then now he damn there might be a mule. He's probably moving things for the cartel in New York, and they're like to connect in Miami for sure. That's what I'm saying. And you know what's funny? The coach that got caught doing coke, ironically, it was the line coach. Right. It was the line coach. He was on that line. You feel me? Yeah. Hey, cause Adam, no face, no case, Gase. Yeah, bro. That motherfucker, he can't feel his face, bro. He's playing with his nose. I can't feel my face, Gase. Can't feel my face, Gase. I like that. He got a new nickname. I love it. Oh, shit. All right, well, Philly and Pittsburgh. Oh, the Battle of Pennsylvania. Right there, Pittsburgh 7-point favorites. Bro, right out the gate, Pittsburgh's going to smack, and they're going to cover that. Yeah.
I think so too. I think they were just getting rolling, but now they done had 2 weeks off, and so hopefully they pick up where they left off. But they look like they were just getting rolling. They're gonna have Deontay Johnson back.
Yep.
I like all those guys. I like Ebron as a sneaky play.
Yeah, bro.
If you get tight end.
I like that one. That's a good one, especially in DFS. I love that because, bro, they all but 1 week against the Bengals. That was the 1 week against the Bengals is the only time that they didn't give a big booty to the tight end. They're this year's version of last year's Cardinals against the tight end.
Yeah, I think so too. And Ebron scored last game. He had 7 targets. I know it wasn't Deontay Johnson was out, but he's still a red zone threat.
Yeah,
the guy just finds the end zone. So yeah, sneaky DFS play. If you short on tight end too, maybe in your league, I'll probably rock with that.
Yeah, shout out to my man Frying Pan Hands Ebron. That's what I call him. Because you ever seen him try to catch the ball? He'd be slapping them frying pan hands together, like catch the ball. Like he's built to be a body catcher. I'm like, stop trying to catch with your hands. Just pull that thing in. You know what I mean?
He'll drop the easy one and catch he's like Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
Drop, but he gonna catch the amazing one.
Yeah.
But I like when KB drop a ball because I'm like, oh, he about to make a play right now.
Mm-hmm.
KB drop a ball, he finna hit for one right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Hey, shout out to my man Kendrick Lamar, Born Identity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody give him a follow and sub to his channel on YouTube. That guy's funny as motherfucker.
Facts.
He's funny as fuck. Right, I like that dude. I like it. He'll be going to like Walmart and shit, and he'll be like telling people, "Hey, I'm Kendrick Bourne." You know what I mean? Like he reminds people. He's like, "Oh, you don't know who I am? I'm Kendrick Bourne." You know what I mean? I play for the Niners. Oh, really? Like, I love it, dude. But
that's hella funny.
And then
he got hella personality. He a funny dude.
Yeah. On the so obviously Connor, Deontay Johnson, Juju, firing them all up. I do think this was actually good for Big Ben because he was kind of throwing that thing a lot. Maybe a week rest might have been useful to him because you still got to remember he's coming off that Tommy John. Like now I'm worried about this remainder of the year where now it's all gas now. There ain't no more breaks. So you know what I mean?
I would have a backup plan now for that because now it's like 13 straight weeks that Big Ben got to play.
Yeah. And
he spoke on that. He said that he felt that Pittsburgh got cheated. So I think that's in the back of his head already. Like, damn, I don't got another break after this.
Yeah. And he knows he old too. That's what I heard. When he said that, he was like, listen, they know I'm old. You know what I mean? They know
that
I'm coming up.
Potential spot when we were talking about earlier for Cam.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And you know what, too? Cam would want, and the Roonies.
That's perfect.
The Roonies, they will pay. The Roonies will pay. And, I love the Roonies, man, because they just rock with the black head coach. I'd love to see Cam with, I think he would rock with
they just rock with winners, and it don't matter, what it is. As long as you know what I'm saying, you handle you good, you know what I'm saying, you ain't doing shit crazy out here, bro. We just want to really good spot and a solid foundation.
That's a fucking phenomenal spot right there.
Yep.
I like that. Make that phone
What about on the Philly side?
I mean, Ertz, Sanders, no Wentz.
Yeah, no Wentz. Alshon's back. I think Jackson's back, but I still know.
Yeah. Wow, Alshon's back. I should have fucking. You know what's funny? I had him on my waiver wire show as a pickup. I didn't even attempt to get him.
I looked at him. I had nobody to drop for him though, but he did practice. He practiced on Wednesday. I believe he practiced yesterday too.
I'm mad at myself though because I should have looked at him. I should have went and grabbed him up over Darnell Mooney. God fucking damn it! 60-yard house call. You're just gonna overthrow
I
him.
like D-Jax too if he ever gonna play. I don't know.
I just don't think we're gonna see it. And not this week because that line in Pittsburgh, it's Swiss cheese. And one of the highest blitzing motherfuckers in pressuring opposing quarterbacks is the Steelers. I don't think he'll even have time in the pocket to let a deep play develop for someone like Jackson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna be like running for his life type shit.
Yeah,
right.
And hey man, they drafted Jalen Hurts because they know the injury's coming, bro. I think I ain't gonna lie. I got for all you Philly fans out there. I think you want to see Jalen Hurts and see what that do right now.
Right.
I think you might want to
It's
see
coming.
what that do.
I think it'll come if it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? This year, I think we could see him later on in the year. I think we could see him they put him in the game a couple weeks ago and just start running some Taysom Hill type.
Yep,
shit.
yep. I was about to say, some Taysom Hill type shit, but and also too, man, like Carson Wentz, man. I just, bro, like I was such a Carson Wentz truther, like back in 2017, and like, just coming back off that injury, he's never been the same. You know what I mean? Like, and like he really does need, one of the top rated offensive lines, or he can't operate. You know what I mean? Like without Brandon Brooks there, this year. And then Lane Johnson goes down. It's like it looks bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm surprised that we didn't destroy them last week. To be honest,
it's always for the Philly offense, whether it's injuries or it's always injuries. The receivers or the O line or it's Wentz. Like it's just you can never really. There's nobody you can trust. You can't even trust Sanders like that.
For real.
You gotta run him out there because you drafted him so high.
Yeah, and then when they're playing from behind. And, against the Niners, and then you start seeing Corey Clement out there. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on?
Man, yeah, I didn't know what to think of that situation coming into the year. I know Guccini and Kev and a lot of people was high on Sanders, and I just wasn't in it. I just wasn't feeling it. I was kind of surprised when I, got in the rankings, and I was like, damn, they got, it's Miles Sanders.
No, I remember I remember that episode. You had Sanders outside of the top 12, right?
Yeah, I didn't even have Sanders in there like that, and I knew it was a volume thing, but I just don't trust the offense. I wasn't sure what the offense was going to be like.
Yeah, it's crazy too because man, when I first had Kevin and JD on my show the first time, it was like player versus player. You know what I mean? So it was like, guys that are like in the same ADP type areas. So it was like Sanders versus Aaron Jones, and we were unanimous taking Sanders. And like I literally did that in some spots. Like I'm there, I'm on the clock, and Sanders fell to the third round in the two places I got him because he was hurt during, before the year started. And but still though Jones was there, and I went Sanders, and I'm really hot about that. You know what I'm saying,
bro? If I was on the show, because on our show I was the only one that was like, "Fuck no!" I literally couldn't believe it.
I remember this
talking about Sanders over Jones. After Jones, I'm not a guy really though that. I'm not a regression guy. Like, oh, this dude had 20 touchdowns last year. It's got to be less.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that motherfucker balled. Like, I'm getting him again. I don't care if he regresses.
I like that logic.
If he gets 17, then what's that then? Like, that ain't really.
Oh, he regressed. He had 19. I told you he would regress.
Exactly. That's the road. But I'm happy with that. And so that's why I couldn't. I had to go for the dude that
He's on pace for like. He's on pace for like 17 right now, for real.
Bruh. So, man, I wish he would have been on when we had I think that was like our first episode of the year.
And like, I think the AJ Dillon thing really shook motherfuckers up in the industry.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, the value was right in the motherfucker's face. And like, when you really think about it, they're probably not going to bring back Aaron Jones next year. So he's trying to ball so he can come to my Niners.
Man, say that again.
Hey, bro, he knows the system. LaFleur is essentially the Shanahan ripoff. So, I mean, he's a Shanahan disciple. You know what I mean? He's going to know the terminology. Hey, fuck it, while we're at it, bring over Aaron Rodgers, too. Fuck it. Let's go.
Fuck it, right?
We're doing this. You know what I'm saying?
While we at it, we over here. The next game is Miami and the Niners.
Yeah.
They got us at -9 right now. Game over 51.5.
I'm taking the under right out the gate, right? And then I don't want to sound like a homer, but like I will have a disclaimer. If it's Jimmy G or Beat Hard, I like us in this because I don't know what in the fuck happened with Mullins, man.
That boy, he's stuck in quicks. He can't move.
Yeah, for real.
That dude cannot move in the pocket.
He is a statue than a motherfucker. You're right.
He's stuck out there, bro. I wanted CJ in the third quarter. I'm just like, I know that the offensive line played terrible.
Yeah, they did.
Man, sometimes as a you just got to make shit happen sometimes. And
there
wasn't one drive where Mullins just made something happen.
It's where you realize, that's why he's not a starting QB in the league. That's why he was undrafted. Like, you see it like he's one of Shanahan's guys too. That's the thing. Like Shanahan loves his guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's stubborn in that way.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants his guys, and
Yeah, like the legend of Joe Williams, or you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, just I pounded the table for
Kirk
him.
Cousins. We passed up on all those guys because we were waiting for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
that was
it's true.
Shanahan's guy.
And then Kirk Cousins, man, I love Corky Kirk. I thought he was gonna reunite with him, but he went over there. Hey, first of all, one hell of an agent. Whoever's his agent, bro,
Man.
one hell of an agent. Cause that motherfucker, man, he has like $200 million right now. Like, you know what I mean? That guaranteed money, like he just made in his career so far.
Facts.
Yeah, but yeah. So who you like in this one?
I like Mozart back. You got to fire Mozart up.
Yeah.
I personally still think that McKinnon has a role, even with
For sure.
with Mozart back. He's just shown too much that he's a part of the offense, and that he's a chess piece in that offense. And then you firing up Debo yet? I don't know.
You know what's crazy is his snap share. They said they were gonna put him on a snap count or a pitch count, whatever you want to call it. I think he gets up to like maybe 50% of the snaps.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was like, I think it was like 26 last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something
For
like
me,
that.
it was game 3. I was like, I got to see a couple weeks, and I think game 3 will be the game where they really, kind of like last year's rookie year, like his third game. I think was the game he really took off.
Yep, against the Steelers.
They eased him in.
Yeah, and he was coming off an injury last year too. You know what's crazy with Debo, bro? When he got hurt, I went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, let me see. And bro, he's been getting hurt just like this ever since college. Like he's never had a year in football where he wasn't hurt at one point or another. And he's just an injury riddled guy. Shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, ribs. You know what I mean? Wrist, like everything. You know what I mean? But I like it. He's a baller. That's why he gets hurt. He's out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
That's true. I didn't know that. That's a good point. But yeah, that's true though. When you're a guy that that's not scared, and you go over the middle and you take carries and you do all this dirty work and you block, those things happen. So you got to take that into account.
Yeah, and you know what though? I'm not afraid to roll him out though. I mean, he's a flex at best because wherever you guys drafted him, for damn sure you got him in like the 8th or 9th, maybe even 10th round like I did because he was going to start the year on the IR. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's a flex at best, and I think he's a good flex. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. The 50...
And obviously you firing up Kittle.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And happy birthday to Kittle. It's his birthday today.
Happy B-Day to the guy.
Right?
That's my guy. He he got good energy.
Right? He just he a dude that I'd hang with. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
George Kittle,
I want to have a beer with for sure.
Right? Like George Kittle's just awesome, bro. Like he's just
that would actually, if I could get somebody on a podcast, Kittle would be probably at the top.
Yeah, and I'd fuck around and talk wrestling with him. I wouldn't even talk football. Like I don't even like wrestling no more, but I grew up a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about some good old wrestling. That motherfucker,
right?
He's actually a wrestler that plays football for real. If you think about it,
for real,
for real, right? But so obviously McKinnon, Mostert, you know what I'm saying? Mostert on the beat, ho. You know what I'm saying? Radio Raheem, welcome back. You're throwing him out there. You're throwing out Jorge. On the other side, I'm not really. I mean, maybe Parker. I did rank Parker this week. But
I'm starting Parker. I don't like our secondary. I mean, I like Verrett, but I mean, they moved Parker around. I don't think Verrett's going to travel with them. Verrett's been playing well suited back, but I love Jason Verrett. Our secondary from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
our front seven stout. You're not running the ball on us, but you can get some plays in the air on the Niners.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, shit, bro. We gave up some big ones last week. Shit.
Yeah,
and and Parker is, here's the one thing about the Magic Man is he just peppers his guys, you know what I mean? And you know what else too? We do tend to have trouble with the tight end position. I mean, last week we were able to handle Ertz fairly well, but just historically in this defense, sometimes the tight end goes unaccounted for, and so maybe Gesicki. I'm still advising against everyone, but maybe a Parker.
Is Sherman back?
No, not yet.
Yeah, so especially with Devontae Parker with that big frame, being a big receiver like that,
yeah,
I feel like if Mosley's out there, if any of those guys are out there,
he's gonna eat those guys up.
Parker's a handful out there. I like our matchup against Gesicki if we got Warner chasing them around or Quan out there.
Yeah, I do like Warner. I do like Warner against the tight end. You're right.
I think he can get after the tight end a little bit. He's athletic though, Jasicki nice, and if they're playing from behind, he can get some garbage points. But I don't know. Jasicki kind of fell off the last 2 weeks too, right?
Yeah, I mean he's literally I think he went like 1 for 1, and it went for a touchdown like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well you'll take that though. The tight end, shit.
Yeah.
What about Baltimore, Cincinnati?
You know what? Cincinnati's so much fun, bro. I love that kid, Mighty Joe Young, bro. Mighty Joe Young, bro. Love that kid.
I fuck with Joe Burrow.
I like that, Joe Burrow. Oh, I never heard that one. That's a good one.
Hey, I mess with Joe, man. He's just a winner. They had him mic'd up last week, and he was talking. I was like, he's just cool, man. Like, I rock with Joe.
Yeah, he invited to the cookout. That's for damn sure.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Is the spread 13.5?
I think, to be honest, I think the Bengals will cover the spread. I mean, listen, I'm not really the Bengals defense is good. Let's be clear about this. They're good, but their secondary is ultra aggressive. Like especially Marcus Peters, he tries to jump every route. That's why he gives up big plays sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And Burrow, man, he's sharp, bro.
He can make you pay. He can make. I like Cincinnati kind of all year if they're getting points like this. I'm kind of torn. I think the Ravens could blow the doors off them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, because the Cincy defense is the Bungles defense is really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really bad. And
the front seven, the line's better. It's not that bad, but the secondary, it could be trouble for that.
Yeah.
And last year, Lamar had the play on them, the spin and all that. So.
Oh yeah.
That was on the Bengals, but I don't know. I'm not scared of Boyd though. I still start Boyd.
Yep.
I think they finally realize, let's get Mixon the ball.
Yeah.
And
I mean, listen, if the Desperado Antonio Banderas Gibson can eat on them, so can Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, thanks.
Like they just need to throw him the ball more. You know what I mean? Like just use him in every facet because he's like what Le'Veon Bell used to be with the Steelers. Like he got that little patience, a little dancing behind the line, but he also could run a good. He could run the routes.
Yep. He's a top back all around for sure.
Yeah.
Little baby Zeke, low key.
Yeah, I like that. And then as far as the running backs, I mean, I get, Mark Ingram, I hate him, but, I had to rank him this week because he is playing the Bengals, and he's probably going to get the lion's share of the touches. I just think they all cannibalize each other, though, man. And if they do blow off the doors, then you see the Gus Bus out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it just pisses people off. Like, what the fuck? But, hey, man, and they might be more of a reality team, if anything. You know what I mean? But obviously, Mark Andrews. And I like Hollywood in this too. I think Hollywood can have a big one.
Yeah, it's Hollywood time. Definitely Hollywood's due. Especially like you disappointed in them right now. I wasn't the highest on Hollywood this year. I think this is a game he could eat, and I like the Ravens' schedule coming up though for Lamar and Hollywood and Andrews and those guys.
Yeah, they had one of the softer schedules like out of all 32 teams. Like it's almost like they're like they want them to go to the Super Bowl. They're like, go ahead and give them some. We need Lamar in this thing. Are you worried about Lamar's knee injury at all?
I mean, they said he was 100% today. He was at practice.
Okay.
He had the little. I mean, I kind of was trying to shop him a little bit, anyways. But I do like the schedule. That's just because I got a backup quarterback. I got a backup quarterback right now.
Yeah.
But
who you
I would
with?
try to get like a nice little 2-for-1 for him though, a little receiver running back combo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you could sell it on like, hey man, I'm giving you a quarterback and a running back, like because he is basically a running back, you know what I mean?
Right. The only tough part is like it's like 10 quarterbacks balling right now, so it's not a lot of teams that need fucking QBs.
Yeah, and like in some of my spots, I'm like in all my super flex leagues is different because you gotta hold multiple QBs, right? But like in my single QB leagues, bro, like I got one where I'm legit holding on to. I got Burrow, Minshew, and then I picked up Teddy B. I'm playing him this week, and then I had Darrell Henderson, and I'm just like, fuck this guy. I dropped him, picked up Justin Herbert to play him against the Jets next week. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be streaming all year in that motherfucker.
Yeah, can I keep Herbert? Herbert's my backup. I'm willing to trade Jackson because I have Herbert.
Hey, Herbert is, he's a guy, bro.
I think he's legit, bro. And
Yeah.
he got weapons around him. It definitely could, you know what I'm saying? I could see him having a top, 12 quarterback year, finishing out the season.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. And like he just, man, he got weapons too. Like that's what's
He
crazy.
got weapons. He could run. He's big. He got the big arm. He got the swagger about him. Like he walk around like he kind of like that Joe Burrow. Like they belong. Like
Yeah.
So that's what I look like. He don't got the scared look like the Darnold.
Yeah, like, I'm about to say like Sam Darnold still has that
Like,
look.
you're not seeing ghosts out there. Like
Sam Darnold still has that look.
Chiefs.
Oh man,
Right.
that's funny. And it's not false, swag like how Josh Rosen was. You know what I mean? Where it's like this guy's just arrogant and he sucks. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, shit, hit me with the next game.
Said Denver and at New England.
Man,
So they must be thinking Cam's going to play because they got the 11-point favorite.
I think it's just because it's Brett Rippins, though.
Stidman?
Yeah, it's Brett Rippins. That's why. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And Denver is one of the more banged up teams. They're like they came into the year so wounded. You know what I mean? And then they just continued to get hurt. I mean, is Drew Lock back yet? Actually, no, right?
They said he's questionable. It's a possibility he can suit up.
So here's the thing too with Belichick against starting rookie quarterbacks. He's never been defeated.
That's true.
So
That's true.
that's probably why they got that 11. You know what I mean? And I'd take him to cover that.
Oh, yeah, no question. Especially with running a ball like they do. Damian Williams is looking like a guy out there.
Oh yeah, Harris. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's over for Sony Michel.
Yeah, and he's on IR, and they don't give a fuck. You know how it is over there in New England.
Yeah, even if he wasn't on, he's on IR.
Yeah, I was about to say they don't give a fuck.
Like he looks so much more explosive and quicker.
I can't wait till Cam's back with Harris because remember that a lot of Harris was one of those late round values that I was on. Like I was like, yo, because all the reports out of camp was like, yo, he's the guy. You know what I mean? And then and putting up a buck on the ground, I like that. You know what I mean? That's just a start because then they gave him a couple targets too. Like he's a do it all. I mean, ironically, you know what I'm saying? What he just that's why I had Josh Jacob earlier. Balling on the Chiefs because hey, Damian Harris just did it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
But yeah, and then other than that, man, as far as pieces, I'm not really comfortable with any pieces starting over there besides Harris.
Yeah.
Edelman.
It's tough to go at Harry.
Yeah, Harry. I like the idea of him, but I'm just gonna wait for Cam. You know what I mean? I can't lie though.
Actually,
I do gotta start.
He caught the touchdown with Stidman.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Stidman might give him some value, but another name to look out for is Demiri Bird. He's been leading them in targets actually the last.
And he be on 96% of the snaps too. He's out there.
He's actually a good pickup right now, I think, because he could be. He's a little quick guy.
I should have grabbed him over Mooney. God damn it.
Low key, as a prospective ad.
Yeah,
but he's gaining some steam right now. Maybe just keep an eye on him. He's still available in every league I'm in. It looks like.
Okay, well, you know what? I just got the word. We gotta rapid fire some of these last ones. But
got you.
Yeah, no, because my girl's
Colts Browns might be the low key one of the games of the week.
Oh yeah, hell, I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for this one.
I think the Browns are a good football team.
Me too. I think Stefanski over there. Stefanski is picking. He's another one of those. He's a Gary Kubiak disciple who is essentially a Mike Shanahan disciple. So that zone run scheme is very in play. You know what I mean? Obviously I like Kareem Hunt. Dearness Johnson. He's probably gonna get some run in here too. I mean, it's a tough run defense though. You know what I mean? The Colts are literally the number one defense overall right now.
Yeah, no, both of these teams sneaky good defenses. It's gonna be and like to run the ball. I think this might be a low key, maybe close to the under.
Yeah.
On this game at 47.
And Baker Mayfield, you're hilarious, man. How the fuck do you guys put up 30 burgers and 30 burger plus and you're not fantasy relevant?
Dude, Baker is just bad, dude. That's my whole thing with OBJ. Is just the guy throwing it to him. But you got to fire him up this week.
Yeah.
You know, just coming off the last one. Hopefully they try to get him the ball some more.
Yeah, hopefully, because they really do need to get creative with OBJ. That's what they got to do.
They got to do it.
Yeah,
they have to.
Like when
they got to get like he's a Debo Samuel over there.
Yeah, you ain't lying. And he is a diva, man. Like, you really got to feed his ego, like for him to play well. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of, it's kind of good that Juice is there because you know what I mean. He's like, well, because like for instance, in the offseason, he wasn't catching balls from Baker Mayfield. He was catching balls from Cam Newton. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
I don't even think OBJ likes Baker.
I doubt it. He probably hates looking at him. I hate his face.
He has one of those faces you just want to punch.
He's just got a punchable face, dude.
And then Phillip Rivers, man, on the other side. I think he's an okay streamer if you're looking for a streamer, and everything and all there's no Teddy Bridgewaters out there, there's no Justin Herberts. I'm not mad at streaming because the one thing that is exploitable is that Cleveland Browns secondary. Maybe we see a big one from Ty. Maybe. Oh, I should have picked up Zach Pasquale instead of fucking Mooney. Fuck.
You talking about everybody over Mooney? Because
Mooney did.
Up over Mooney.
I'm mad. I'm not even mad at Mooney. I'm mad at Nick Foles. You goddamn it, you motherfucking 60-yard Alice call. Goddamn it.
And then the line is at Pick'em right now, so I think I would pick the Browns. I might play something right soon.
I take the Browns. Where are they at? They in Cleveland?
Yep, they're in Cleveland.
I'm taking the home. I'm taking the homers.
What about Minnesota and Seattle?
Ooh, I mean, obviously I'm going to take Seattle, but I think this is going over. I think this is a shootout in the making.
57, but yeah, I think it goes over too. And these teams normally play close games, like some type of dramatic shit always happens.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Like I remember the last time they met was on a Monday nighter, and it was some. It did go down to the wire.
Yeah, and then that field goal kick in the playoffs a few years back.
Oh yeah, the shank.
There's always
that
some shit going on.
They
kind of got to fire up everybody in this game, DK, Lockett,
Chris Carson, obviously the QBs. I'm actually streaming Cousins in one of my Superflex leagues. I like Cousins in this matchup. Hopefully Dalvin Cook doesn't vulture at all, but all you Dalvin Cook owners, you're excited for this matchup. Justin Jefferson,
Thete.
Oh yeah, Jefferson and Thete, man. They're looking like Diggs and Thete of old. You know what I mean?
Yep, facts.
Yeah.
Yep. So kind of fire all of them up. We got the last game, the second to the last game. Chargers and the Saints, 7.5 for the Saints.
You know what, Doc? I'm gonna sound crazy in here, but I know we got you might got the return of Frankenstein, right? Mike Thomas might come back.
Yeah.
But still, he's gonna draw Casey Hayward, who's phenomenal. And he will follow him in and out of the slot too. Like he will do that. But I like the Chargers in this.
Come on, me too.
Let's go.
I think maybe we both crazy. I like the Chargers here too, though.
Yeah.
7, especially at 7.5. And the Saints defense is not the defense that we maybe thought. Like they could get got.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too: is like, you got Lattimore and Jenkins coming back off of injury. But they don't shadow into the slot. They like Lattimore won't follow Keenan Allen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It wouldn't even matter because Keenan Allen get open on anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
And Herbert's not scared, bro. He already went toe-to-toe with Mahomes.
Yep, then he went toe-to-toe with Brady.
Yep.
And now he just a youngster that's on the tour right now, huh?
He on the OG tour. He on the tour like, in Mario Brothers, you just got to keep facing the dudes.
Right?
You got to get through them.
Hey, he ate that star too. That doot, 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 doot. He ate that motherfucking star, man. He ate that mushroom, man. He was hanging with Bogie on that one.
He an alien right now. He been going off, but no, I like Herbert in the game. I like. I don't know about the running back situation though, because you don't know who's going to eat. But
I hope I'm wrong about this when I say this because I have a ton of Josh Kelly. I hope I'm wrong when I say this, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Josh Kelly stays his same role and then Justin Jackson comes in and fills that Austin Eckler shit.
Bro, I hope you're right. I got a lot of Justin Jackson. I just had the number one waiver in like every league I'm in. Damn near, it's crazy how that happened. And I got Justin Jackson just because in Cleveland I think that they just Hunt's a bell cow. He was just the league leading rusher a couple years ago too. So I don't know about Dearness as much. It's more open in San Diego. That's why.
And Nick Chubb is only like a 3 or 4 week. We're talking about Eckler's like his season was kind of in jeopardy. Like we're talking 6 weeks minimum.
And he had 2 injuries, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Justin Jackson.
The one thing they didn't put him on IR yet, though, which is kind of.
No, they didn't. But I also think it's because they didn't need to bring someone up from the practice squad or anything like that. Where because that's why. With they created that short term IR, but you're right though, because even the regular IR would have been 6 weeks.
I think it's 3.
No, the short term IR is 3 weeks for sure. Right?
Oh, the regular one, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they created the short term because of the COVID.
He could thug it out or something. I don't know. It's scaring me though.
Yeah. Well, but you know what though? I actually like it better anyway. Like you know what I mean? Like for Herbert, I mean, throw that thing.
That's true. I got Herbert too.
Yeah.
What about on the Saints side?
Saints side, obviously, you're firing up your Alvin Kamara, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Hey, I'll say this: if you're weighting down Michael Thomas, hopefully put him in your flex. If you're weighting that thing all the way down, right? I'm saying if Murray's available, I would. If there's no Michael Thomas, I'm rolling out Murray because when there's no Michael Thomas, they're using the fuck out of both those backs.
Yeah, especially with Murray too. I like Murray. Fucking had Murray, and I had to drop him like the last week or so, and I was waiting for a game like this, and of course he had it right when I dropped him.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man.
That's how it goes. Yeah. But no, I think so too. I'm scared of Breeze though because they got them pass rushers though over on the Chargers. So
yeah, and that line hasn't been the greatest either. They usually have like a top 5 pass protecting line and. I don't know. They just really miss Michael Thomas over there too, man.
Yeah, everybody misses him over there. He makes everything go. He makes Breeze's job easier.
Yeah.
And so if they don't have him, I really like the Chargers. I might go money line on the Chargers. They don't have Michael Thomas, but I'll take the Chargers even with that 7.5 if they do.
I might even parlay. I'd take the money line and parlay it with them covering that 7. I
you gangster for that.
Yeah, I think the Chargers because I think they could lose by like 7 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they lose and if they outright win, obviously it covers. You know what I mean? I am that guy though. I be doing the 2-leg parlays like that all the time.
Hey, you wild boy for that.
Don't give me a 7.5.
I feel you though. 7.5. My eyes my eyes light up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, Brodie, man. This one.
What you say?
No, I was gonna say, man, I really appreciate you, man, coming on the show, man. You know what I mean? This is
man. Nah, this was a good time. Got through it. My bad if I was talking.
Oh no! It's always
comfortable.
Me.
I was comfortable over here with Bogie.
Hey, it's always me, no matter what. What's funny too is because what I'm saying, like when I was telling you about the little situation, the beautiful situation I'm in, right?
Beautiful situation.
Yeah, so
that's again.
And I told my girl, I was like, one of her best friends is a hairdresser. I'm like, go get your hair done, baby. You know what I mean? Go get your hair done. And she made the appointment, so she came in here like, I gotta go in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Because you know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, she back and she got her hair done, so I gotta go, bro."
Nah, like I'm trying to, let her do her thing. You know what I mean? So she can.
Nah, I know the production team telling you to wrap it up. I feel it.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? The shout out to our production team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out. They make everything go.
Hey man, let them know where they can find you, Brodie.
Yeah, man, Brodie Cortez on the Twitter. I'm really rocking on there. I'm gonna get the Instagram going, but you can follow the team. You can follow all of us on the Heart2Start, the number 2 Start FF podcast. So we're on the IG with that.
Yeah, but we're gonna, as usual, we're gonna make sure all those links are in the description of this episode. Playmakers, hey, this has been your Week 5 preview. Everybody, just stay alive, stay above 500. You know what I mean? Keep your depth close. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I think that's pretty much it.
Stay deep, my friends.
Yes, stay deep. For sure, Brodie, man. You have a good one, brother.
I appreciate it. You too, boss.
Show. Peace.
All right, brother.